So we're at Suffolk Water Park with the guys from MCF Fishing Tackle, and I've got the owner of MCF Fishing Tackle with me, Dennis, who many of you may already know, and we're just going to maybe go through a little brief history of MCF just in case you don't know what it's all about or what their their concept to maybe some of the designs is. Dennis, how did it all really start? What made you start designing fishing?
Well, I've always been into making my own fishing tackle. When I started carp fishing, most of the products weren't available. So if you wanted a new landing net or a bigger landing net or a different style of lead or whatever, you had to make it yourself. By indication, it was all make it yourself jobs. You know, that was really what it was about. And through the years, I've sort of carried on that trend really, usually to fulfil my own fishing situations, but with my background as an engineer, a pattern making engineering background for the foundry industry, and then owning and running my own prototyping company for 20 odd years, we was at the forefront of development of a lot of different products, a lot of various products, and the allied materials that were involved in those productions. So over the years I've sort of used that knowledge to develop and design and bring to the marketplace new products in the fishing range.
I think probably one of the most popular products you have is the rattler indicator.
Yeah, it seems to be. It's a very good product. It's designed to give you proper bite indication. It gives you the access of weight in the body, but it only comes into play when you want it to work for you, i.e. if a fish moves the lead at all, the weight will accentuate any movement, which is what I want from a bite indicator. You know, I want to find out really if fish are getting away with it. That's really what bite indication is about to me. The use of light bobbins, I mean, they have their place, but generally I think for my style of fishing, I want a bite indicator with weight in there, so I know if fish are coming in and getting away with it. That's really what I want a bobbin for.
Is there any other products, maybe apart from the rattler indicator, that you favour? Like the design, say you've got the spod, which has the little ball in it. So that spod system, very underused, I think, in a lot of instances. They can be a bit tricky to cast, but you've got to get the use to it. I mean, the people you see casting very flat with that style of hooking system that we've got, you need to be able to drive the spod quite nicely. So I mean, once you get the hang of them, you know, there's probably nothing better on the market. The retrieve is just so easy. It just takes the pain out of actual spodding really at the end of the day. Now, I'm holding half of a boilie here, but it's MCF do...
You can have another one.
4 different types of boilies?
There's roughly, I mean, 4 in the main range that we are promoting and that we're selling. I mean, we've got other bespoke things that and we can make bespoke baits, but the 4 that we've got in the range, I would take and fish anywhere in Europe or in England and be very confident not to be outfished on it, by any other bait. If they're not feeding, the best bait in the world won't catch fish, but with our baits, they are definitely give you an edge. There's no doubt about it.
What made you design hooks? Because hooks can't be the easiest thing to manufacture. What was there something that you didn't like in every other hook? Or?
Yeah. I mean, basically, more and more people are using longer and longer points on hooks, which, in my mind, they become cutting tools rather than an actual hook, and they're tearing fish's mouths. I mean, this culture of using barbless as well on a lot of big fish waters is terrible because the hook's moving all the time. Whereas with a small, micro barb, there's not a problem. The hook goes in, stays there, you land the fish. with smaller hooks and with barbless, because of the weight and the power of the fish. Excuse me. The fish are moving off and is tearing their mouths. So that was their main reason to go down the route of getting hooks that did a job for us, or for my style of fishing. You know, to work with the rigs and the way that I thought fish were feeding at a particular time, you know, on lakes that I was fishing.
I guess that's how most of your products, you designed them through, not faults, but things that you didn't quite like. You designed your different, because you've got your own, you know, you've got your own skill and craft.
Yeah.
You can afford to play around with designs.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's what you've done.
Yeah.
So I guess the next question.
I mean, I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to use other people's products.
Yeah,
I mean, you see people, oh no, I won't use that because it's so and so's. If it's good, bring it on. You know, fair play to the people. You know, if they've bought something out that's good, I have no problem with it. But and do use other people's products. Of course I do. But generally, most of the stuff that we use is our own.
Yeah. I think that's what. Well, I've certainly seen it in some of the tackle that you've brought out. It's got its own uniqueness. It's, you know, obviously everyone's brought hooks out.
Sure.
Everyone's brought you know, markers out and everything like that. But you know, if you actually felt your markers, if you went to like a show and felt them, they do feel a lot more stable and robust.
Well, that's right. I mean, because I've got the access to various technologies and materials, you know, we've utilised those materials in the production of our products. You know, we don't only just make it from what's available. We go and get companies to actually develop systems, like the resin system that we use for the floats. We had it specifically developed, so we've got integral strength but buoyancy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always something that you can produce consistently, so we had to go down that route of actually getting, you know, a resin developed to produce that product. So it does make a difference.
Yeah. One thing that we haven't really talked much about is the stainless. I know it's more of
well, it's bespoke stuff. Really.
Bespoke design. So
sure.
If people wanted a, say, a 4-rod setup, maybe they, you know, lived in France or something.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if they contacted you, you could get a design like this for a certain. If they wanted them nice and close together.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, Dennis has got the craftsmanship to do it. So.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, they're all made in house. Everything. I make them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the difference. You know, we make the stuff in house. You know, we're not putting stuff out to be made and machined. You know, we actually make the stuff. So it's, so you can have it, you know, this wide or that wide or higher, lower. You know, whatever you want, really. You know,
your own design, really.
Yeah.
You just don't make it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've covered really what MCF's all about.
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, we're at Suffolk Water Park. We've been doing a bit of filming today. The sun's shining on us at the moment.
Yeah,
I don't know
we're very lucky.
Yeah. So yeah, take a look at my YouTube channel, and we'll also be having one for MCF. I'm going to put all their videos on there, and I'm sure we'll be putting more on when there's more products to come out.
Yeah, great.